Welcome to Yorkshireman Models. Today we've got a nice little box of goodies. Gaahleri have sent me some of the new paint range for me to test, so I'm going to go through them, we're going to test them, I'm going to see what's in the box first, see what we've got. But you can see here it looks like stickers, a few different ones there. That's what we're on top first. So we've got airbrush cleaner. We've gotten in this one the primer grey version, and it does state as well it's matte, and it's all part of what they call their rapid air technology. You can see there, which is for their airbrushes and everything. It does work really well. We've got the thinner for the paints. What have we got in this one? Oh, some matte varnish. Oh, I'm really interested in testing this because you know what I'm like with me matte varnishes for the look on kits at the end. We've got the gloss version as well. What else have we got? What's this one? This looks like primer. We've got the black primer. And you know what I'm like with my black primer. I've got a few different ones, but there's a certain one that I've got and I use it all the time. And the last one is the paints themselves. So just stand that there. And we'll zoom in a bit so we can get a bit better view of it. Oh, there. Sorry. Right, I'll carry on. So we've got a box full of paints. We've got 24 primary colour set it is. States here the 60ml or 2 fluid ounces times 2. 20ml fluid ounce times 24. So you can see here we have got I think it is, there is some thinner and there is some cleaner in it, which is your 60s, and you've got here all the different colours, and I'll just zoom it in a bit and you can see there. So first off, let's open this up and then we can, hold on a second, I've just got to get a knife out, my little drawer. Oop. And we can see then what we've got. And I'll just give you a little thing of the box itself before, just to show you. Just put that to one side. So that side is showing you the paints, the paint features. It's lacquer paint like, fast application, scratch resistant, quick drying, self-leveling, solvent free, and you can see there there's lots of things. If it does everything it says here, be well impressed. There's a bit of details about the actual stuff there, and like I say, there's the colours, and there's a bit more for English. Contains water, acrylic emulsion, its pigment is non-toxic, odourless, shape well before use. Use between 5 and 40, which is average. It does state as well, I'll just show you, it is formulated for airbrush, so that is the main thing it would be for. That were a sponge that fell off then. It's in top, so that obviously goes over the top of that. So we've got a colour chart here, Kaleido Colorworks, and you've got a lot more colours there, as you can see. And it's got a list of the colours here, and what we've got on the back, it's just explaining about the paints, different languages. So first off, I'll get this one out here first because that's in there. Get that sponge. You can see decent sized bottles. Yep, and there's a ball bearing in it, you can hear. So that should help and mix a lot better. And yeah, so 20ml for this, which is alright, says so there, 20. I've got a Vallejo one here, and these are, what are Vallejos? They're 17. So already there's a bonus with this because you're getting 3ml more than what you are with the Vallejo. And with the Tamiya, which and that's 10ml, so you gain twice as much paint here as the Tamiya. I will say though, this is a lot well, I think it's a lot thicker. This is a paint that's designed for thinning to then airbrush more than this says it's already done for airbrushing. So I don't know, it might not be, it might brush absolutely fantastic, it might be quite a thick paint, I don't know, I've not tested it yet. But yeah, so wow, look at that red. Oh, that's a vibrant red, that's beautiful. Look at that. Ferrari car, something like that. Whew. We got others. We got some more russet, another type of red. A little bit lighter, I'd say. We've got the yellow, again vibrant yellow. Blues. We've got an emerald green. Oh, lovely colours these. So, I'll chuck them back in for now because I'll end up losing them. That's my favourite. Oh, we've got these as little pots of some thinner. You can see it's got like a slightly, I don't know if it's the bottle, it might be the bottle, but I don't think it is. It's got like a slight colour to it. It's not like clear thinner. And what's this one? Oh, this one's the, put them out to get that. Sorry about this. Right, yeah, this one is clear, this, and this one's the airbrush cleaner. You can see that's clear through. Yeah, so we'll get it, some plastic parts set up so we can then get some spraying done. We'll put primer on first, see how the primers go, and then we'll have a go at painting with the actual paints over the top of the primer, and I'll do some actual primer on to see how good these are on their own for rubbing off and that, and we'll see how good the cleaner is to see how it cleans, everything like that. But right, let's get set up for that. So I'm going to try the black primer first. I'll just give you a little bit of a rundown on the back what it says. It says it's Kaleido Colorworks, which uses a high performance water based primer specifically designed for airbrushing. It says with an ultra fine 1200 grit finish, it easily fills sanding marks left by 800 grit sandpaper, repairs minor scratches, stuff like that. It also says it overcomes the limitations of traditional water based paints. So to me, the limitations of your water-based acrylics for when you use them as a primer, it rubs off. So it's not that good when it does that. The other one is the drying. Drying time for some acrylic paints is a lot longer than others. So we'll see. Yeah, there's a ball bearing in that, you can hear it. There you go. So we'll get some of this in my airbrush. I'll just show you first. It's the Mobius 0.2 I'm using today. I've got a few gaahleri airbrushes. This is a cracking airbrush, I'll be honest with you. Sprays lovely. But anyway, I'll get some in here and then we'll crack on with it. Right, I've got a bit in, as you can see. Not a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray up a couple of spoons so it's plastic. And what I'll do is I'll do 2 in black. I'll then do 2 in grey, so that's the 2 different colour primers, and then I'll paint on them. And I'll also, what I'll do is I'll do some that ain't got any primer on, see how the normal paint takes to them as well, whether it's a good one or it rubs off easy. But anyway, we'll get on with primer. So first off, let's see how she does coming out of there. Sprays out nicely, smooth. Yeah, seems nice and smooth. I haven't thinned this, by the way. There goes my compressor. So we'll do the first one, and I'll do my usual quick passes like that. So I've got a quick coat on there. And I usually do that, just let it dry for a second or two, and then I'll go again with my main one then. And there you go. That's sprayed on very nicely. So we'll set that one to the side and we'll do another one. And again we'll let it dry for a second just to let it take. Doesn't need a lot, it's just to let it get a grip. You noticed it's spitting a bit, probably doing removing cap, but there you go. And again, looks to have gone on very nice and even, very nice and smooth. So that's my 2 black ones done. I'll get some grey in it now, but before I put the grey in, I'll have a look and I'll give you a bit of a comment on how the actual airbrush cleaner here it is works. Show you how well it sprays it out like that. So just be a minute, get prepped up with me stuff for cleaning. Right, I've got my stuff prepped. Just there's a cap comes on this, so just took it off, but I've just smelt it. There's very little odour smell to it, so that's very good, because I'm telling you now, some of these cleaners you get, wow, you can get high on them, they're that good. I don't know if it's good, but you know what I mean, they are strong to use. And if you're in a room and modelling and there's people nearby, well, anyway, look, most of the paint's gone, and we'll put a couple of drops in. I do like the bottles where you've got a little dropper in it. And we'll just get most of that out. And this isn't the best way to clean airbrushes, take it from me. This is my quick, easy, this is how I tend to do it. Well, I say easy, but this is how I tend to do it. So I've got most of it thing out, it's running now, so get a bit of tissue and I'll wipe up as much as I can there. I'll go again, just to make sure it's nice and most of the bulk's out of it, should I say. There, right. Now this is where a lot of people have criticised me. I'm used to it, I've had it many a time, but I mean, I got the airbrush for free, it was sent for me just to try it, so I ain't worried over them. Bit more, and I'll use a brush, an old brush like that. Now I don't scrape it around everywhere, I'll just try and do the brush around the actual thing itself like that, just to make sure you pick up all the bits. Let's put that out way, and now get rid of excess. And a bit more, and we'll that up a bit, put that through there, and a bit of water, and this is it now for me really, for airbrushes. For done, a bit of water, we'll blast it out and just make sure any colour is going to disappear with it. Like that. And that to me is it. We'll just check, then we'll just see if you might get a little tiny bit come. It's so faint, it's unbelievable. So that's ready for me now for going with grey paint. Now if I finish for day, I will take the needle out, I'll clean the needle, I'll run a little bit more thinner through it just to make sure, and then some water, leave it all to dry separately. That's it. That's how I clean my brushes. Airbrushes, should I say. Anyway, we'll crack on it. So I'll get some grey in it, I'll paint up a couple with grey, and then we'll move on then to some coloured paints. Right, before I do my grey, I've just, it's been at most 5 minutes since I did it. It's just got a tacky feel to it, and I know I'm kind of ruining it, but I'm just going to show you. These are not insta dry primers, so because there's that tacky feel, I'd say you're leaving it for probably about 30 minutes at minimum, probably more an hour. I'll let you know later when I get back to it to see what it's like, but like I say, they are not insta dry. So anyway, grey. It's a very light grey. I mean, you can just see it is grey, but very light. I've had a bit of separation there, but that could be, in fact it most likely is, it's oil on the actual spoon that's not being cleaned off from when they've made it, because they make these in moulds. I'll go again. There's a reason why you should always wash your kits as well, as they say, although nowadays, if I'm going to be honest with you, kits are made absolutely brilliantly. You don't really need to wash them for most people. Most kits are really good, they're common, that you can get away with it, especially if you're hand brushing. Again, I'll go here, and you can see I did wipe that, if you notice, then with my hand, just to make sure. Yeah, looks really well. Looks as good as the black. Obviously, bit of a stuff up on that one, as you can see there, but I am genuinely positive that that's due to the oil on it. But yeah, they look well. They really do. Oh, that's what you get when you spray too close. It's a bit right. Didn't even think of moving them. It's because I ain't got a booth. I've just got paper, so it's easier for you to see. You can see on paper there, it's very light grey. It's nice grey, I'll give it that. It certainly goes on well and covers nicely. It's certainly not going to make you know, like your vibrant colours darken down as much, so that's really good for that. But anyway, that's the primers. Spray lovely, absolutely do spray lovely. We'll see how they do for drying when I come around, so I'm going to start and paint some up. Well, I've left it now for about an hour and it's lovely and dry. I did try it at about half an hour and I wasn't 100% that it was properly dry, so I left it a bit longer, but it is nice and dry. So, first off, does it rub off? And I'm putting some pressure on this to rub this, as you can see. No, I don't think it is really. That's taking some there. Not really, I'm scuffing it more than anything, because I'm pressing that hard. But no, it's not coming off, so it's quite a sturdy primer. That's really good, because every other acrylic primer I've tried up to now, as in a proper acrylic primer where they don't sting house down, as they say, has always rubbed off after you've get it a little bit of thing. So we're going to paint it. We're going to paint it. I'm going to do 3. And what I'm going to do is this red. Sorry, 3, 4. Sorry. Can't count. Right, so we've got to see how much darker this will make the red, and see how well it takes onto the grey and the black, different, because I mean this is technically I say primer, but obviously different colours on its own, no primer. See how it does. And then I'm going to paint this one as well, and I'm going to gloss this, not gloss, matte it, because this is a gloss finish paint. They all are. I've had a look. There ain't no matte ones. Be nice actually. I mean, it is the start of the range that they brought out. So what I'll do is I'll get this in air gun. We'll get some sprayed on. We'll see what she looks like. Just print painting now, but oh, they are a cracking tip on them for individual drops. Look. Oh, no spill down sides. Anyway, oh sorry, no spill. Absolutely brilliant. I tell you what, there's a few manufacturers want to have a look at these nozzle tips there, because that is absolutely great. And I think I mentioned it, there is a ball bearing, as you can hear. Right then, we'll get spraying. Put my lid on, because I'll end up tipping it all over my sen otherwise. Move them out way. First one, this black one. We'll make sure it's coming out. Again, you can see I'm just putting a thin layer down first. Just let that dry a bit. It's definitely dark. Look at it's definitely dark because of the black paint. But I like that sometimes, especially when I'm doing model kits that are military tanks, stuff like that. Really, really nice. It helps, in my view, hide mistakes, because I do make some, but it also makes it look more realistic. It gives shadows to it and that. So anyway, put some more on. And back again. It's spraying lovely. Personally, I'm not so sure. Probably it's too bright a colour. I think it's too dark, the background, for the brightness of the colour. I think it's going to look amazing on this. I really do. There's no think on it. I can see it. Look at that. And it still wants a bit more on it, yeah. Yeah, massive difference. Oh, it looks beautiful. Really does look well. Wow. Holy moly, that is absolutely beautiful. It really is. Whoa, if that dries like that, I'll be amazed. That is absolutely cracking. Really, really nice. So this is going to be one done on its own with no primer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit of thinner now after I've finished this bit off here, and I'll spray my very last one with a bit of thinner on it in it to see how it sprays when it's thinned down. So that'll dry off a little bit. Look at that. That is, if that stays on like that, it's nearly game changing for me. This, it's that nice looking paint. It looks absolutely beautiful. So get some thinners now, see what we've got left in. Oh, we've only got a little bit, so this should a few drops in here, because there's genuinely only a little bit left in this. Oh, classic, you'll see. Oh, I'm good like that. I do stuff like that all the time. Mainly with tomato sauce, damn bottle and brown sauce. You go there, you stood there trying to squirt it out on your sandwich, and there's no coming out because it's not been opened yet. There. I usually throw that all over now when I pull them off like that. So, here we go. Just a couple of drops just to, oh, I'll just make sure it is thinner yet. This is slightly creamy looking to me. There's a couple of drops of thinner in it. There's only a couple of drops of paint left in it, so there's not a lot. Just bring it up a bit. Oop, that's it. Right, so it's probably about 60-40, something like that, because there literally is very few little paint in it. So, oh yeah, look at this. That's over thinned. Well over thinned at that, look. So, although you get the thinner, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I've over thinned that. You can see I've over thinned that. And that's, like I say, about 60-40. Let me just get a couple of drops more of this red in it and see if I can thin it down so it's more like about 80-20. And then these are not direct brilliant too. In fact, what I'll do, dump that one. I'm going to spray this out and I'm going to count the drops in so we get the 80-40. So spray that out. Yeah, that's it. Right. I'll put 3 drops of this in. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that were 3. That were quick 3 there. And 2 drops of thinner. Get in. Ooh. Oh. There. Classic me. Right, I'll just put lid back on that. I don't know. And we'll just mix it back up. And I'll get another blank one here, clean it off, get it kind of prepped. And better, but we're still getting it. We're still getting, especially without any primer, look, you're still getting it. It's pulling apart too much. Colouring's not staying together well. One more. These, by the looks of it, they've been done, and I know I've sprayed a bit out there, so it's not going to be the most perfect. This is another spoon. God, Bennett, good job we don't do 8 tea with these, isn't it? Well, I said tea. Dinner. UK we call it tea as well. Yeah, start playing with that thinners, and I'm going to be honest with you. Although it's alright, I don't think they need thinning. I don't think these paints need thinning at all. You can see there, they don't need thinning. They're perfectly fine as they are. So we can forget the thinning side. Though it's good that they've got a thinner there, and there's going to be situations when you're going to be spraying stuff, especially when you're wanting a very faint amounts down. You'll probably want the thinner, but at the minute I'd say these paints are absolutely perfect straight out at ball. Really are perfect out at ball. So get all this cleared up, and we'll get us lacquer gloss, sorted to get onto them. A matte, my matte sorted to get onto it to see how she looks with matte on it. Right, back in a few minutes. Just going to put a bit of blue on now. I said I would, so give her a bash. And I ain't going to bother with no thinners, as you can see. Right. Not fully dried out my airbrush, there you go. So just a bit of blue, just a different colours, see how they lay. Hang on, is miss? Where to? Don't seem to be much hair coming out there, does there? No. I'll just persevere with this one for now, and I'll have a little look in a sec. Something's not right. You can see. Needle's coming back fine. Have I put enough paint in? Is that? It's not that. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be a lot of. Don't know. I'll have to have another look at it. I've probably got my cable twisted up, but there's something's not right. PSI's probably got knocked. Probably got to turn it back up a little bit. I always like to keep it low. But anyway, bit of blue on it. I'll fettle it for my next ones. Right, bit more this time, hopefully. Yeah, that's better. I don't know what we're up with it. The PSI had dropped a bit. Doesn't take much when you're running them such a fine level. And the black one, you can see I scuff that with tweezers. There, tweezers. I scuff that with tweezers to see will it actually break through paint. If you get something sharp enough, yeah, it'll get through it. But anyway, just so I just wanted to see. Got the same problem here as what I had with the red. It's sucking up a lot of the colour. Although it's better than with red, it's still nice. Put another coat on that in a sec, and I'll oops! Oh my goodness! Can you hear pumps going now? Look at that! It's going like crackers, blasting it out. Probably too much. Ah well. But anyway, I'm going to have to get this compressor sorted, and I'll be back with you in a minute, and we can get some gloss on them when they've dried. Right, the matte varnish this time. I'm going to spray these ones up with matte, and the other ones I'll put a bit of gloss on them. Although it is a gloss paint, I mean you can see the shininess on it there. Doesn't seem so much on this when you've got that black primer on it, but like I say, we'll try this now and see how we get on with it. Oop. Supposed to drop there. Alright. Right then. And I fixed what we're on with it. The cable there had got snagged around me chair leg. We'll crack on anyway. First quick coat. And there. I think we'll leave that at that. I don't think it needs any more than that on it. It's only a matte one to dull down. It's very smooth, this. Very, very smooth. It's finished lovely. I don't think I got enough paint on that one. You can see a little bit of the white coming through. It doesn't matter. It's only a trial, just to test how she is. In fact, I'll just do that one again. Just let it dry a second. But you can see there's not quite enough on it. Not for my liking anyway. I like to make sure it's all covered. That's better. I don't know how long this is going to take to dry though. I mean, me Winsor Newton one I use a lot of, and I mean I use it a lot. You are usually leaving it overnight to dry. Oh, we're out. I'll just put a few drops more in. And we'll let that dry a little bit and we'll be done with that. That'll do it. You just heard it ran out there anyway. So yeah, so I'm going to get a bit of gloss in. I'll get the other two done and then we can have some compare of what they're like. I've got the gloss now. I'll just shut the lid, just show you. That's the gloss. I'm just going to put a bit on these two. Oop. See if I don't keep throwing them on the floor. See if it makes them a little bit glossier. Because although it's gloss paint, you do tend to find the proper just dedicated gloss when it dries a lot nicer. Tends to. I'm not saying it does it every time, because you do get some paints, the actual gloss paint's just perfect itself. But I do think all the gloss brings colour out better as well, rather than the matte. The matte dulls everything down, so it blends in. So when I'm doing camouflages and stuff like that, I find it helps blend them in. But that's my personal point of view, which don't mean a lot, so my wife says. Anyway, nice bit of gloss on there. Now we'll let it all dry and we'll do a conclusion at the end. Right, we can have a look first. These are the gloss ones. I've had a little touch of them. It's about an hour now since I painted them, and they're dry. They probably would benefit from being left overnight, or at about 4 hours they'd be really, really nice and dry. But you can see it's a very shiny coat. It's exceedingly smooth. I've got a couple of little bits of, I don't know, I think they're little bits of air or whatever what's ended up on them, because I've just been doing it quickly rather than making all my area clean, making sure everything's perfect. But other than that, and what I tend to do as well, I tend to sand with really fine sandpaper, you know, like 2000 or 3000 grit or something like that. But I ain't done none of that, and this is really, really, really nice and smooth. You can't complain at that. It's a lovely finish. Colours are beautiful, really are beautiful. Look at difference though. So these are the two that was done with the grey primer. This is the one that were done with the black and the red, and that black there. I mean, I maybe could have put another coat or so on after to get more red back, but they only had two coats the same as this one as you watched earlier in the video, but you can see how much difference there is. But yeah, this is the flat. Not quite as flat as I like it, I'll be honest with you, but definitely flatter. You can see there, well, I say you can see, I'm looking at my camera now and they're both shining like no tomorrow, but to naked eye, as they call it, it is flatter than the gloss, definitely. It is not as flat as what I normally use. It's a decent flat gloss, well, not gloss, clear coat. It's a decent flat one, but it's not as good as what I personally like. I mean, you can see there it's probably a bit better on the blue for flatness than it is for that. But yeah, I'm well impressed indeed with it. I think the paints are absolutely fantastic. I'll definitely buy these. I just want more colours. I mean, you've got blue grey there, that's what I've been using there, but it's a lovely colour, it really is. But I want more, personally, I want more along the lines of the RAF colours, or should I say Royal Air Force and German tank colours. These things are Second World War colours that are more prevalent of what you buy, more than anything. I do anyway. But really, really, really nice paints. I mean, you look at some of them. I mean, look at the oranges and stuff. They're absolutely fantastic. You get a decent pot full of it. The thinner, in all honesty, you don't need no thinner with these. You really don't. Not unless you're doing something that's a little bit different. You're going to be wanting to put really fine amounts on places, and you might want to thin it down again. But I'm telling you now, you can use these straight out pot. Perfect ratio, they've already done with them. You don't have to worry about it. In my view, that's my view on that and my spraying. Cleaner, it's a good cleaner. Cleans airbrush, absolutely fantastic. I mean, I ain't tried any other cleaner with them. This is the first time I've used them, and I've found them to be spot on for cleaning. So yeah, spot on that cleaner. Really pleased with it. Now, the main ones to me is your black primer. One second, I'm trying to find my grey one. I don't know what I've done here. Oh, I see it. You see it. That many. Right. The primers. Now, honestly, this is the first time I've found a primer that's gone on that hasn't rubbed off. That's an acrylic primer that don't stink house down, that goes on, that don't rub off when you start messing with it. This is one of the problems I've had with primers, and that's why I've always gone over to this one, which is Mr. Finishing Service of 1500 Black. Sorry, bring it around there. Right, it's expensive for what you're getting there, I'll be honest with you. You don't get a great deal. I do thin this down a bit as well, but it is expensive. It stinks like no tomorrow. You're wearing a mask when you're putting this on. There's no get out of it. You should be wearing a mask anyway, technically, but you're definitely wearing it with this. Now, I love this primer. I have done for a long time. And I've tried loads of other acrylic primers. Telling you now, I'm really took with that grey primer. Really took with it. The black's fantastic. I'll move that out. The black's fantastic. Went down lovely and all that. But I think that grey primer kept the natural colours better than what the black did. I think it's dulled down too much for like that red there. Yes, I can get more bright red if I put more coats on, but that's not the idea of it. So yeah, I would definitely buy this no matter what. I would probably buy this one as well, in all honesty. So yeah, primers, absolutely fantastic. Can't knock them. Really enjoyed them. Brilliant. Go back to the varnishes. The gloss, fine, I'll be honest with you. The gloss is a good gloss varnish, but to what I can see. Must see though when it comes to decaling, to see whether putting your decals on, because you remember using water and some decal adhesive if you're using that kind of stuff. But the other side of it, the matte's a good matte. I can't knock it in the sense of that. Just for me, could be a little bit duller. It's just not quite as flat as what I like it. Still good though. Can't complain too much really. Other than that, there's the fantastic paints. The only problem is I can't tell you how much they are to buy, because when you're watching this, because I've recorded this a day or so before, as they say, today is the day when they'll go live, which is the 8th of August is when you can start and buy them. So I can't tell you how much they are because I don't know yet. I've not been told. I'll just do a little thing at the end just to explain. I have not been paid for this video. They've just asked me would I do a quick review of the paints, and I've said yeah, and that's what I've done here. Although I say quick, it has dragged on a bit. If you've enjoyed this and you want to watch more videos about me with paints, with model building, everything like that, then please subscribe to the channel. I'll be grateful. Give me a thumbs up. It really, really helps the channel out. It does. It makes YouTube realise this channel's people like it. And on that note, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you all later.